In the shadows of a crumbling apartment building, a newfound tenant unwittingly uncovers the chilling whispers of the past, echoes of the lives once lived behind the peeling panes and splintered floorboards. As the murmurings grow louder, they reveal a tapestry of darkness woven by previous occupants. Carefully listen, if you dare, for these secrets may lead you down a path of terror you never saw coming. The moment Clara stepped into her new apartment, an inexplicable chill crept up her spine. The air was thick with a sense of unease, but she released a shaky breath, convincing herself that all places held some history, a dusty tale to tell. Yet, it was the gentle, almost pleading whispers that startled her awake every night. With the walls muffled in silence during the day, it was when darkness fell that the whispers began. "Help us," they sighed. She felt an unsettling twinge of fear ripple through her gut, but curiosity clawed at her mind, determined to unveil the source. Clara spent evenings sprawled on her creaky floor, listening intently for the echoes of the lost souls. Each murmur seemed to speak of sorrow, betrayal, and regret, dark secrets that pulsed through the very fibers of her being. Just as she thought she could dismiss them as tricks of her imagination, one particularly cold night, a distinct phrase surged through the walls. "They won't let us leave." Heart racing, her instincts urged her to flee, yet something tethered her, urging her to investigate further. Clara called the building manager, who shook his head when she dared to ask about the previous tenants. "It's an old building. Miss, stories get exaggerated. You're imagining things." He offered a practiced smile before turning away, leaving her with no answers and an uneasy feeling. The following night, she armed herself with a flashlight, an iron will, and a resolve to confront whatever lingered in the darkness. Following the whispers down a narrow hallway, Clara stumbled upon a hidden door behind a tattered tapestry. A faint shimmer of light peeked through its cracks as if begging for release. Heart pounding in her chest, she pushed the door open to reveal an abandoned room. Inside lay remnants of life untouched by time. Old photographs scattered across the floor and yellowed letters curling at the edges. As she picked up one of the faded pictures, the whispering grew louder.
"Find the truth."
Faces in the photographs were familiar. They bore a striking resemblance to her. It dawned on her that these were not mere tenants. They were family, a lineage she never knew existed. The letters revealed a tale of betrayal as they chronicled the tragic events leading to their demise, a bitter feud over jealousy and greed. Clara read about a grandmother who was said to have summoned spirits, forever binding her family to the walls of the apartment in an act of revenge. Panic gripped her as the realization hit. Her family wasn't just past tenants, they were victims of a curse, trapped in a cycle of torment. The walls, once just crumbling bricks, now felt like a prison holding souls ensnared for decades. "Save us." The whispers grew more desperate. Clara knew she had to break the curse but didn't know how. What could she do against a spirit enshrined in wrath? Just then, the lights flickered, shadows began stretching across the room. Clara felt a cold hand clasp around her wrist. It was the grandmother, her eyes burning with intensity.
"You must choose, Clara. Set us free, or be with us forever."
Clara trembled, heart racing faster than ever. She could almost hear the voices of her ancestors urging her on. In a flash of resolve, she recited the words she found in the letters, a final plea that danced across her lips like an incantation. The room shook, dust swirling through the air, and the very essence of the apartment trembled with palpable energy. The whispers crescendoed into a cacophony of sorrow and anger before suddenly quieting, leaving an eerie silence in its wake. In that silence, Clara sensed a release. The weight of countless souls lifted from the oppressive walls. The darkness ebbed, and the room felt lighter, filled with a fleeting warmth. And then, the whispers returned, but this time they were different. They sang of peace, gratitude woven into every syllable. Clara knew she had freed them, yet, as she exited, a whisper still lingered in the air, soft and sinister, a warning that some secrets were never truly buried. With the dawn breaking, the first light illuminated the apartment, casting away the shadows of the night. Clara took one last look at the room that had held her family captive for generations. They were free now, but a part of her felt an odd emptiness. Their whispers would forever echo in her heart. Nervously, she opened the front door, greeted by the bright morning sun. But even then, the world felt different, as if she had been marked by the experience. Each step she took away from the old building felt heavy, yet she sensed an invisible thread connecting her to the stories of the past. The apartment stood silent behind her, but somewhere deep within, Clara understood that she had not just broken a curse, she had unearthed her identity. Little did she know that the whispering spirits would linger within her thoughts, guiding her, warning her, reminding her that the connection to one's roots, even the darkest ones, would always resonate. For every wall has ears, and every story, a truth waiting to be discovered.